Hey everyone, what is up? Welcome back for episode 9 of Last Defense Academy. So the last episode was actually kind of a slow one, but there were also some really interesting things we saw. So I think I don't want to jump ahead too much. I think the big thing that needs to be addressed first is that the group is finally starting to gel a bit, right? That's the biggest thing, right? And that's interesting, right? It seems some of the infighting is, I don't want to say it's gone, but it's severely reduced. It didn't seem like it could actively break out into a potential conflict anymore, right? That being said, Ima and Kako, something weird is going on there. To me, it kind of seems like Ima is being really controlling of Kako and keeping her in his room. I think she wants to fight and has maybe made that known, and he's not going to let her make her own decisions. I suspect something will come of that at some point. We also saw, and this was probably one of the biggest things that happened, was we kind of saw the scene where we were talking about the moon, right? We got a flashback with where we were talking about the moon with Karawa. And then we go outside later, I think it might have been the next day, and we look at the moon, and us as the player, we see that the moon is mechanical, right? That's not right. And after we see this, the apparition appears and something pops up on screen, and it just says that's the blank. Could be many things. It could be TRC. I don't know. It could be Earth, right? Earth seems a little crazy, but I doubt it just said that's the moon. Why would they say, why would they blank that out? I don't know. But that's really interesting. What is going to go on there? The next day, though, Moko rejoins, right, from the second to last Defense Academy group. She has shown back up. The question of how she got back is an interesting one. How did she know where to look, right? How did she get in, right? They have a theory for how she got in. That one's kind of reasonable, right? Basically, it was she probably just waited for an invasion, like a small one, thwarted it herself, and then ran in, right, through the gap they created. But how did she know where to go? I don't know. Initial thoughts is maybe there's something to do with Hiriko, because they're just glancing over her, man. How are they just not saying anything about Hiriko? Right? It just doesn't make sense to me. I think Hiriko is going to have a bigger role to come at some point. What that role is going to be, I don't know. Is she going to be a villain? Maybe. Is she going to come back as an ally? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe she's already dead. I don't know. But I don't think this is the last we're going to see of Hiriko. I think it's kind of suspicious that they will not mention her, right, at all, right? It's like they don't want you to think about Hiriko, which is strange, actually, right? If there's nothing to it. You would think at least one time in the entire time that they were talking to Moko, right, about how she came back, how she went missing, Takumi did not think about Hiriko once. Not one time. Right? That's kind of crazy to me. I think they're trying to intentionally make you forget about her a little bit. But I definitely think she's going to be relevant. So there's a lot of things that I'm looking forward to seeing, maybe a little bit in this episode, if we're lucky. Maybe something about that moon, maybe something with Hiriko, maybe some more clarification on the Nozomi Karawa thing. I definitely want to see a little bit of Moko, see what's going on with her. Just in general as a character and as well as how she got here. A lot of interesting things we could get to. So let's go ahead and jump into this episode. Day 51, and we're at the halfway point. Jeez. Day 51, man. We're really getting there.
Troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 51st day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
The line just goes so hard the way they say it. The vile and barbaric enemy. First things first, I should go to the cafeteria and see how everyone's doing. Well, everyone except Ima and Kako. Okay, so Nozomi's in there with Moko. Let's see what Takamaru is up to, and then we'll run to the cafeteria. I assume he's over here. Yep. Sup, Takumi? You pumped to start a new day? Another day defending humanity's future. I'm totally raring to go. Heck, I've always gotten fired up about helping people. It just ain't right to sit on the sidelines when you can make things better, you know? Appearances really can be deceiving. When I first met Takamaru, he seemed like a common street thug, but he's actually just a really nice guy. I think. Yeah, for the most part, that's accurate. Whoops, wrong button. So no, I was going to say there are some people not in there, I think. Yeah, so let's talk to Shoma, see if he's got anything interesting for us. I think on the second floor left is a common spot. Maybe not. Head to the right. I don't want to go. Okay. Alright. So maybe to the right over by the stairs. Hello, Takumi. Say, have you been to the courtyard yet? If you haven't, it's worth taking a look around it. The plants are really well maintained, and there are even animal pens there. There's no animals in them right now, but they look like they'd be a nice place to live, and they're big enough that you could even fit a person inside. But maybe you've seen them already. If that's the case, just ignore me. I'm sorry for being such an insufferable butt-sinky. Butinsky. I thought that said butt-sinky. I was like, what is that? I mean, it's still a weird word, you know, Butinsky, but I guess I've seen that more times than butt-sinky. Kako and Ima weren't in the cafeteria that morning. I'd expected that, but Nozomi was missing too. Are those peculiar siblings still eschewing our company? Seems like it. They're spending all their time in Ima's room. I'm starting to worry about them. What could they be doing in there all day? Probably something cliche and mundane, like planning a suicide pact. There's nothing mundane about that. Brother and sister, alone together. Perhaps they're... Nay, such a thing would be far too outrageous. Bro, Ima wishes. Do I even want to know what you're imagining? Who needs them? No point worrying too much. I haven't seen Nozomi this morning either. Is my pathetic presence repelling her? She's fine. Moko still hasn't woken up, so she's decided to watch over her and make sure she's okay. Too bad for you, huh, Takumi? Huh? I wasn't. So we get a little flustered. You're blushing. Don't try to hide it, man. I can read you like a book. You want to get up close and personal with Nozomi, right? Maybe wrap your hand around her heart and feel its warmth before it beats its last. Hey! Was that a threat? Was it meant to sound romantic? I seriously can't tell with you. Young love. Why couldn't I have ended up in a killing game with someone with an itchy trigger finger? Don't sell yourself short, Darumi. You can't just throw your life away with the first murderer who takes an interest in you. Those one-night stabs might seem exciting. But there's so much more meaning in a committed relationship, one where you let your bloodlust grow over time. One-night stab. Trust me, your death has value. You need to treat it with respect. Gotta hand it to you. If you take out all the serial killer crap, that almost sounds like good advice. How is Moko doing? Even in the state she was in, I don't think she'd stay unconscious this long. Why not kill her and fix her up that way? Surely you jest. Even if she can be revived, Lady Moko is our friend. We would never willingly harm her. Even I don't want to offer that way. It'd be such a waste of a good target. Do you guys have to talk about death and killing so much? I'm trying to eat. It is a lot to deal with first thing. I guess we can put this discussion on hold until later. After a while, we finished breakfast, left the cafeteria, and went back to our rooms for the time being. So Moko hasn't woken up since yesterday. Nozomi must be so worried. There's not much I can do for her directly, but maybe I can take some of the pressure off of her in my own way. To do that, I need to be as ready as I can for the next attack. I bet you Moko wakes up for that, bro. She's gonna lock in. I'm actually starting to wonder if it's gonna be like, we're gonna have the whole Kako and Ima thing until 2 fights from now, right? The next fight, Moko's gonna join and clutch up. And then the next one, Kako will, like, get out of the room, right? Or maybe the next one, Kako will, like, slump Ima and Moko, and they'll both show up, and they'll defend the last, like, a 4th side, right? God. I want Kako to, like, stand up for herself. We're gonna see if it actually happens. Peace is overrated. Can't someone start a killing game? No. Unless one of the alternate routes. Why does this school not come equipped with personal servants? That's so real. Let's go check out the courtyard. Is there anything there, or is it just a place? So this is the courtyard. Are those cages over there? Are we meant to keep animals here? They're too big for the rabbits or guinea pigs. They actually look human-sized. The gaps between the bars are pretty narrow. There's not even enough space to reach a hand through. There's a notice here. Let's see. These cages are fitted with electromagnetic wave generators. They can be used to disable prisoners' powers and abilities. Oh, so we can... Oh, there's definitely going to be some people locked up in there. Disable their powers? Does that include Hemo-Anima? Why would we need to lock anyone up here, though? Bare minimum, that shows up in an alternate route. Someone getting locked up in one of those things. Getting locked in one of these for days on end. I sure didn't even think about it. Woohoo! Fountain splish splash. What the heck am I doing? Bro's just... he's vibing. Let my man vibe, you know? I guess we'll try to go to the rec room. Should maybe try to explore again before long. I don't really know what I'm looking to make, to be honest. Shoma likes food. Maybe we can get something for Shoma? I don't even know what he progresses, but I mean, we need everything eventually, you know? Where was the super strength in an emergency? I don't know. Would he like that? He might. We're gonna try the Gyudon for Shoma. Oh my god, we used up some herbs. That was foolish. Let's try this. This doesn't work. I don't know. We might give up on gifts for a while. Nope. Goodness, dude, I don't know. I am so trash. I'm gonna start reading, bro. Like for real. I'm going to the library. This is going terribly. My gift making. I'm packing it up. Yeah, so I don't know that it matters what we pick. We just gotta pick some. Social studies I've been struggling a lot in. So we'll do observation. I'll try reading this book today. Tokyo Residential Complex Languages. The official language of the Tokyo Residential Complex is Japanese, and there are not many who speak other languages. There are some eccentrics who learn English and French as a hobby. The number of people who can speak a foreign language is probably less than 0.1% of the population. The Tokyo Residential Complex is a cultural sphere built on just one language. But the world was not always like this. Crossing national borders would often mean an inability to communicate. There was also a mix of people who spoke different languages even within the same country. People would work hard learning foreign languages at school or through courses in order to be able to interact with people from foreign cultures. People who speak a completely different language? That's hard to believe. Reading this book increase your observation by 5. That's so little. That's... God. I know it's a bigger bonus when you finish the book, so we'll finish the book.
Heavy soldiers,
yikes, that's not very
it's
efficient
time to
either.
hit the hay.
Low-key, bad gifts are more efficient than that, right? Or mid gifts.
You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
Good night. Whew, nighttime already. The day's gone pretty quick. Oh, with all the excitement of Moko showing up, I completely forgot. I was supposed to tell everyone about my encounter with the ghost boy the night before last. I never figured out what happened after I was knocked out. He could still be here in the school somewhere for all we know. If I start talking about that now, though, I'll probably only make everyone more confused. Maybe just Ato? I resolved to bring it up tomorrow morning instead. For now, it was late, and I needed to get some sleep. We'll see if he remembers to bring that up. Good morning, guys.
Up and out of troops! Time to rise and shine! shine! Get ready for your 52nd day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
I'm starting to see why my friends told me that by the end I'd want to skip that. You just hear it so many times. Okay, time to go to the cafeteria and tell everyone about what happened. Okay, Nozomi's not there. They are out. Are they in the cafeteria? They are. Okay, that's interesting. So maybe I wouldn't be shocked if something happened regarding them. Moko's still unconscious. She's able to swallow liquids, and sometimes she seems like she's vaguely aware of her surroundings. I can't help but worry, though. I'm gonna stay by her side until she's ready to wake up. That's gonna be a lot of work. Remember to take care of yourself as well, okay? I know. I came back to change and freshen up, but I should be getting back to Moko now. The longer Moko stays unconscious, the worse Nozomi's going to feel. I hope she wakes up soon. Yeah, this doesn't look good. If I was expecting a peaceful morning, those hopes were shattered the moment I got inside the cafeteria.
I told you! I've had enough!
Here, is this it? Okay, is she finally gonna, like... She finally going for it. Kako and Ima? They're actually here today. What's going on? I've never seen Kako get so angry before. She's actually pretty scary. Kako and Ima are, well, it's like... I'm sorry, I'm no good at explaining things. You're better off asking Kako about it yourself. Yeah, we're gonna go talk to everyone else first. I think you should talk to Kako. This is her moment. Bro is not doing too hot. Is Lady Kako going through a rebellious phase? I well remember when the Holy Jumonji sword got like that. Every time I tried to hug her, she'd slice me up. But looking back on it, she was still endearing in her own way. Kaka and Imo are having some kind of disagreement. I've never seen them like this before. It's all happening now. Fight, fight, fight. Now things are getting interesting. Talk to Kako, you'll see what I mean. What's going on with those two? I've got a bad feeling about this. First they disappear for days on end, and now they're getting all dramatic. I think I liked it better the way it was before. Alright. Hey Kako, what's up? Is something wrong? I can't take it anymore. Always doing what my brother tells me, staying in his room all day. I've had enough of it. At this rate, we'll pass the whole 100 days just hiding, not doing anything useful. I don't want that. I want
to fight too! Just like everyone else.
Yeah. See, I've had that feeling for a while. You do? Well, it's about time. But hey, better late than never. Of course you can join the team. Let's 86 those invaders and save the world together.
Don't be so ridiculous. Who gives a rat's ass about the world?
What was that? All of you, do you see what you've done? Are you proud of yourselves? All your ridiculous talk of teamwork and fighting for a greater cause has poisoned my dear sister's mind. Nobody's poisoned me, brother dearest. Why are you always like this? You never let me do anything. You never even call me by my name. Do you have any idea how much I hate that sister dearest stuff? I know you don't want me to get hurt, but I can't go on like this anymore. Everyone is working so hard, putting their lives on the line, while we just keep ourselves safe.
If you want to be a coward, you can do it alone.
Yeah, Kako, tell him! A coward? Sister dearest, why would you say such an awful thing to me? I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. How much longer is this family drama gonna go on? I'm falling asleep over here. Shh, don't butt in. I need to work this out between the two of them. Brother dearest, please. For once, just listen to me. Let me do what I want. This is important. Let me fight.
Let me do something that matters. That's all I ask.
Well, this is a surprise. I don't think I've ever heard you speak so forcefully, sister dearest. You're really serious about this, aren't you? I guess there's only one thing for me to do then.
I have to punish you for stepping so far out of line and give you a thorough re-education.
We're not just gonna let this slide, right? What? Come along, back to our room. You need a stern talking to. No, please. Come along, sister dearest. Do as your dear brother says. Ima grabbed Kako's hand and started dragging her toward the door, but before he could get there, I was gonna say Takamaru is gonna not. No way. Like, that's enough. Give it a rest, man. Takamaru stepped in to block their path. I don't care if you're her brother. You got no right to treat Kako like this. If you really love her, shouldn't you respect her opinion a little more? What did you say? What makes you think you have any right to decide what's best for my dear sister?
I have to protect her. From herself, if necessary. Now, get out of my way!
Ima moved too fast for me to follow. One moment he was reaching into his pocket. The next he shoved something sharp and deadly looking into Takamaru's side. Bro.
Takamaru!
You piece of shit.
It's your own fault for interfering. I am my dear sister's protector. Her rock, her guiding light, her everything. Her happiness is my responsibility and mine alone. She is what gives my life meaning. I would do anything to keep her safe. Any act of violence, or cowardice, or cruelty, nothing is too extreme for me.
Bro, we know. And we're not collectively jumping him after this. Takamaru fell to the floor, a red puddle spreading out beneath him. Our homeboy got shanked. And we're just like... No freaking way. He straight up shivved him. There's so much blood. Kinda gets you in the mood, doesn't it? The killings have finally started. Come on, let's... We have to stop the bleeding. We can use the tablecloth for bandages. Someone help me tear it into strips. But if I touch anything, my total failure pathogens could infect the wound. Never mind that, just do it. We all crowded around, doing whatever we could to help our fallen friend. Wait a minute, the culprits escaped! Huh? Karara was right. While the rest of us were busy tending to Takamaru's injury, Ima had disappeared. And he'd taken Kako with him. They're both gone. Wasn't anyone watching the door? The coward. A true warrior would stay and face retribution for his actions. Just look at all that blood. I'm about to start drooling. We can deal with those two later. Right now, Takamaru takes priority. I think he's passed out from losing so much blood. We should dress the wound and get him somewhere he can rest. Yeah, there's no rush. If he dies, we can just take him to the infirmary and bring him back. We still have to try to save him. Someone help me with his legs. We did our best to get Takamaru patched up. Then Eito, Yugamu, Gaku, and I carried him back to his room. Bro. Alright, lower him down, gently.
Huh?
Right. Once we got him into bed, we thought the hard part was over, but we were wrong. Takamaru's eyes flew open and he immediately tried to get back up. That son of a bitch. Where is he? I'm gonna tear him limb from fucking limb. Stop moving around. You're gonna make it worse. You need rest. This is just a scratch. Barely even hurts. You're not fooling anyone, man. He cut you open. Of course it hurts. Bringing you back to full health with the Revive-O-Matic's always an option. What do you say? I can make it quick. Don't give me that. Dying in battle's one thing, but I'll be damned if I'm gonna let something like this do me in. Of course, death isn't something to be treated lightly, even if we do have the option of bringing people back. I mean, it would be the quickest way to, heal the wound. I'm just saying.
Hey!
In that case, you'll have to stay here and rest until your wound's healed. He might be out of commission for, several days. When we really could we could get that Holy Jumoji sword, do a quick little beheading, and he'd be fine. You feel me? Don't tell me what to do. I can get up just... See, what did I tell you? Damn it. I'll get that little bastard for this. Nobody pulls a knife on Takamaru or Yakashiji and gets away with it. You guys hear that? Ima's mine. Don't go passing any vigilante justice until I'm back on my feet. Yeah, sure. Not like I was about to go after him anyway. I just don't understand. Why would he do something like this to a friend? He does not consider you guys friends. He's always been protective of Kako, but this is taking it to another level. Damn it all to hell when I get my hands on him. Why did it have to be Takamaru he lashed out at? Things are only going to get worse now. Yeah, no kidding. We spent the rest of the day tending to Takamaru, forcing him back down whenever he tried to get up. Eventually he fell asleep and we finally felt confident leaving him alone. It was pretty late by the time I got back to my room. Oh, we lost that day. What a day. As if we didn't have enough on our plates with Moko's condition, now we have to worry about Ima going postal on us too. He's really gone too far this time. What was he thinking? He knew he was about to get fucking Millie rocked on. Bro was about to get slammed. Mike Tyson. He knew that. Huh? What's that? As I looked absently around my room, I caught a sight of something that hadn't been there before. Is there gonna be a note? Yeah. Why do I feel like it's gonna be from Kako? There's a scrap of paper by the door. How did this get here? Is it some kind of note? Did someone leave it for me while I was gone? I mean, it's more likely that it was like, I don't know. Probably not Kako. I kind of hope it's Kako. I picked up the paper and turned it over to find a message on the other side. The handwriting was rough and messy, as if it had been written in a hurry. Maybe it was Kako. Please convince my brother to let me fight. Huh? Is this... I didn't recognize the writing, but given the content, this can only have come from Kako. She must have slipped away from Ima at some point and slid it under my door. And she wants me to get Ima to change his mind? That's quite the tall order. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who can be won over with a little argument. Not to mention, if I say the wrong thing, he might stab me too. Yeah, no kidding. Not sure I'd want to try and persuade him right now.
Soldiers, it's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
Wow, it really is getting late. I must have spent more time with Takamaru than I realized. Maybe I'll show this note to everyone in the morning and ask them what they think I should do. If I'm gonna talk Ima around, I'll need all the help I can get. Still puzzling over Kako's request, I slipped into a light, troubled sleep. My 52nd day at Last Defense Academy was over, and I wasn't sorry to see it go either. Yeah, day 52 was really something. Got a little shimp. Like, a little what? I mixed up a little shiv and a little shank. Like action. How did I combine those?
Time to rise and shine!
A little shank.
Get ready for your 53rd day of active service here at Last Defense Academy! Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy!
Let's do this. Man, we might have to give our lives for real at this rate. Oh, someone's here. Oh, who'd be calling on me this early? Probably Eito, maybe Kako if we're lucky. Still feeling groggy, I opened the door and was met with a bright greeting and a cheery smile. Maybe it's... Whoa! Oh, man. Get out. Just go. Go. Shoo! Shoo. Good morning, Mr. Sumino. Ima? Forgive me for skipping the small talk. I'm gonna come right out and ask. Are you hiding something from me? Hiding something? Perhaps I'm just imagining it. But then again, maybe I'm not. Well, which is it? Really? I just want to be sure I heard you correctly. Are you hiding something from me or not? Really? I just want... Guys, I don't think they're gonna let me... Maybe if I do it 10 times, you know? Maybe. We got 2 more to go. Fantastic. I wouldn't say I was hiding it from you, but I did find a note from Kako last night. I never actually saw her, though. She probably just slipped it under the door. That does look like my dear sister's handwriting. May I? Crunch. Without waiting for an answer, Ima took the note from me and screwed it up into a tight ball. Hey, what are you doing? My dear sister clearly put a lot of stock in your oratory skills if she thinks they'd work on me. How about we make a deal, Mr. Sumino? Huh? A deal? If you really need more firepower, I don't mind joining the team. What? I do have one condition, though. You have to convince my dear sister not to fight. Convince Kako?
Huh?
She's going through a rebellious phase. No matter what I say, she refuses to see sense. I'd like you to use your talent for talking to people to get her to give up on this silly notion of fighting like the rest of you. If you can do that, I'll gladly put my life on the line instead. I guess that's at least a little more reasonable. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's still, like, hours, you know? But, like, that's a little more reasonable. You really mean that?
Aha!
Cross my heart. Any attempt to put my dear sister on the battlefield is doomed to failure. She's meant to be protected, not a protector. I still hate this guy, to be clear. She just needs somebody to convince her that this is for the best. That's where you come in. If you can manage that, I'll do enough fighting for the both of us. Well, do we have a deal?
Duh?
Don't be like that, Mr. Sumino. Do we have a deal? Fine. God. I'm glad they're giving me these awesome choices that I can't actually make.
Hey!
Playing a Telltale game or something. More railroady than Persona somehow. For now. Alright, I have a feeling you're not going to take no for an answer anyway. Another astute observation. Thank you for making this so easy, Mr. Sumino. Believe me, you've made the right choice. My dear sister is a lot of things, but a fighter is not one of them. If one of us has to get our hands dirty, it should be me. Anyone can see that. Okay. Just so long as you hold up on your end of the deal. I've already given you my word. Do I look like a liar to you? Yes? What kind of question is that? Yes, you do. Yes, that's why I mentioned it. By the way, what if I can't persuade her? What do you do then? Tut, such a negative attitude. Ill becomes you, Mr. Sumino. If that does happen, though, maybe I'll just break down the door to the defense room and end the war that way. What? So long as my dear sister can live the rest of her life in peace and safety, I don't care what happens to humanity or the planet. If I judge that this war is putting her in undue danger, I won't hesitate to end it by any means necessary. Ima said all this with the same placid smile on his face that he always wore. If I didn't know better, I might have thought he was joking. I did know better, though. Behind that smile, he was dead serious. We need to lock him up for real. We have cells. He would gladly doom humanity if it meant keeping his sister safe. She really is his entire world. Now that that's settled, you should get to work. If you can talk to her around by the time Mr. Yakushiji recovers, it will only complicate matters if you can't talk her around, excuse me. And remind me, whose fault is that? Guilty as charged. Well, good luck. Ima waved nonchalantly and sauntered out of the room, looking like he didn't have a care in the world. So it turns out I'll be trying to convince Kako, not Ima. I don't like it, but Ima hasn't given me a lot of choice. He's not going to budge on this, I can tell. And honestly, he does have a point about Kako not being much of a fighter. You don't know that! You literally do not know that. So we're being sexist. I mean, I guess to a degree, she's barely willing to confront her own brother. Hard to imagine that she'd, it's a little hard to imagine her as a fighter, but she actually did try, right? And got, literally dragged away in the end, right? I don't know. She, built up the courage and the resolve. I think she could have been fine, right? Again, just like Shoma, she's here for a reason, right? I don't know. I don't like that attitude that, Kako can't even be much of a fighter. I really don't like that. I'll have to act like I've accepted her request and turn it around on her once she's opened up to me. That's evil! No! Why is that the game plan? Kind of a rotten thing to do, but it's for the greater good. I'll start by asking the others about her. Dude, this is evil. My god. Can I play the alternate route where I just sock Ima? Just actually Millie rock him. I need that route. So bad. God, I'm just gonna go talk to him and get it out of the way, man. I hate you. How's it going, Mr. Sumino? Please be careful not to let on to my dear sister that you're trying to convince her and not me. I understand, but I need your help too. You're a brother and sister. You must have some info about her you can share, right? I'd rather not let a single soul know any private details about my darling sister. but I suppose I have no choice this time.
Aha!
What would you like to know?
Huh?
Well, do you know anything about what she wants right now? That would undeniably be a motorcycle, or more precisely, a scooter. A scooter?
Yeah!
Our father was a detective. He often rode a scooter to work, an old-fashioned one. That made her want one as well. Huh, this is the first I've heard about your father being a detective.
Ah.
Well, he and our mother both passed away from a traffic accident while we were in elementary school. In spite of that, my dear sister has always admired our father's detective work. I see. Ever since our parents died, it's been just the two of us. We ate whatever we could to survive. We begged and even dumpster dived. I've done so many foul things for the sake of money. Weren't there any other adults who could take care of you? Of course we had relatives that said they'd take care of us. Well, let's just say we've seen no shortage of the dark side of adults like that. Man, they thought they were going to get a series of unfortunate events. What? That's why I decided never to trust anyone. So long as I had my dear sister, that was enough for me. Ima. I don't want my dear sister to see how foul this world truly is. I'm the only one who needs to bear that shame. I'll do whatever it takes for her sake, even if it means licking a stranger's boots. So that's the reason for his strange attachment to Kako. And you, Mr. Sumino, have been tasked with convincing my dear sister not to fight. Please take this assignment seriously. Ima had a lot of good info to offer. So Kako wants an old-fashioned scooter, huh? I'll have to remember that. Alright, so here's the thing with Ima. I can't deny that the fact that they, like, the way they fought to survive, and the things he did, yes, that is a lot, right? And it might have been necessary. I mean, look, I guess maybe he was really that scared of getting Count Olaf, right? You know? By the, uncles and whatever that they might have had, you know, rest of the family. And, in the first place, without any context, it sounds ridiculous that they didn't, go with someone else, but given that they were on the street, I guess I can at least understand, right, this whole idea of, he is, to a degree, trying to protect her from the world that they live in, right? I can get that to a degree, but my god, he's just so controlling. I cannot rock with someone like that. I can't, right? I don't know. It's just, God, I hate him. I hate him so much. Let's talk to Takamaru. Wow, he's already out and about. Takamaru, are you okay out here with that injury? This little scrape's nothing. Kako apologized for it, you know. She ain't so bad. It's that asshole brother of hers that's the problem. Yeah, seems like she's getting tired of putting up with him too. I thought she was pretty badass, speaking up about how she wants to fight. But that shit stain just had to go screw it up. Hey, calm down. You'll make the wound worse if you get worked up. By the way, do you know anything about Kako? I'm trying to learn more about her. Bro, Takamaru might be pissed if he knew what we were actually doing. I'm for real. He might rock us. We might get sent into next week. We might go to day 60 if he, knew what we were doing right now. Let's see. When I was screwing around with my ride, she came to talk to me. Said she wanted to try driving it, but I shot her down. Can't do that without a license. Yeah. Wow, you're surprisingly upstanding about that kind of thing. Damn right I am. It's against the law. Oh yeah, that reminds me. You want this thing? A bicycle? Where'd you find this? Out in the ruins. It's worn to shit, but it's still usable. Bikes ain't so bad, you know. I patrolled the turf on one till I got my license. Patrolled it on a bicycle. I love that. Takamaru is a real funny character. He's definitely he reminds me a lot of Mondo, but law-abiding, right? I'm actually shocked with how much I like Takamaru. I don't normally like this character archetype all that much. Although I guess maybe recently I've come around to it a little more. My favorite Persona 3 character is Akihiko, and he's not quite this archetype, but, it's kind of. Thanks, I'll take it. Sure. Do what you want with it. Smack people with it. Cuddle it. Sorry, think I opened the wound a little. Gonna go back to my room and rest. Takamaru doesn't seem like he's recovering very well, but maybe I can use this bike for something. Alright, what you got, Tsubasa? I mean, they're clearly all vehicle related, every single person we're talking to. You want to know about Kako? I've only been able to talk to her a little every now and then. Anything you can tell me is fine. Well, when I'm tinkering with cars in here, she always has a sparkle in her eyes. And she's really enthusiastic when she asks me about bikes and driving techniques. I think she's into that stuff. I see. Thanks, that helps a lot. It's nothing. Don't mention it. Hey, by the way, check this out. It's a prototype I just finished. Ta-da! A custom-made motorcycle engine. Pretty sweet, right? I overhauled it in my spare time to relax. I tuned it up so much it's gonna give me a real smooth ride from now on. To be honest, I can't tell what's so special about it, but I'm glad you're so happy with the results. Yep, I'm really proud of this one. But this is only a prototype of something Takamaru asked me to do, so I've still got plenty more to work on. Motorcycle engine, huh? Hey, Tsubasa, do you think I could have that prototype? Huh? It's fine with me, but does that mean you're building something, Takumi? Maybe. I don't know if it'll work yet, though. Thanks for the engine, and the info about Kako, too. It really helps. Oh, wow, we gotta... Oh, Kako's just out about... Oh, no, I don't want to talk to her now. I'm gonna feel so bad. Talking to her one-on-one, man. God. Huh? Info about Kako? Yeah, can you tell me what you know about her? Conversations you've had with her, anything like that. I'm sorry, but I don't really talk to Kako very often. I wouldn't want her to catch any airborne particles from a pessimistic fungus like me. Haven't you interacted with her at all? Though come to think of it, when I was starting Takamaru's super intense to hell and back training regimen, Kako did drop in on us. But before she could say anything, Ima showed up and took her back to his room. Maybe she wanted to train with you? She does seem pretty enthusiastic about joining the fight. You think so? I thought for sure she came to observe a social oddity on the verge of death dripping with sweat and snot. I'm still curious about what that training involved. No one could have expected as dramatic a transformation as yours. Oh, if that's the case, maybe you'd like this? A tire? What for? Part of the training was having me run while pulling a tire. If you're interested, feel free to use it yourself, Takumi. Don't worry, I've fully disinfected it. My inferiority spores aren't on it anymore. Okay, thanks. I don't plan on doing any training, but maybe I can use this for something. Might as well hold on to it. Dude, God. I feel so bad. We're duping the hell out of her, man. Oh, Takumi, did you get the note I wrote you? The one about convincing Ima? Oh, good. You did get it. I wrote it so I could ask for your help without my dear brother finding out. I'm sorry to trouble you. So, what do you think? Will you be able to convince him? Well, I'm still getting all the information I can first. Really? Thank you, Takumi. But are you sure about this? He seems dead set on not letting you fight. Whatever. He's always treating me like a child, telling me sister dearest this and sister dearest that. And after what he did to Takamaru, he did cross a line there, it's true. He went to crazy levels. He went to crazy levels to protect you. He's always been like that. He probably will be until the day I die. But I can't live like this. So what would you want to do if you could live your own life? I want to be a detective. Huh? A detective? Yes, just like the person I've always admired. But never mind about me. I'm counting on you, Takumi. Please convince my brother somehow. If I press her any further, she might get suspicious. So Kako wants her independent so she can become a detective. But is that the only reason? God, we're duping the hell out of her. I hate this, man. I know I keep saying it, but like, she's already being manipulated and controlled, right? Like, is she straight? Like, and we're just like, okay, I guess we'll go with the abuser. Guess we'll side with the abuser on this one. Are we for real? Lock Ima up in a cell, bro. Like, and then throw away the key, man. Okay, so the thing Kako wants is... That would undeniably be a motorcycle, or more precisely, a scooter. Ima said an old-fashioned scooter would make Kako happy. I've got all the materials. I better head over to the Gift-O-Matic and whip up an old-fashioned scooter right away. Let's whip this thing up. All right, it's finished. Now I just have to give it to Kako and hope it helps convince her. God, I don't want to do this. God, I hate this. I actually like Kako a lot. Like, I like Kako, and I want to see good for her. And instead, we're actively, like, helping her, like I said, I mean, I've already said this. I'm really not afraid to say it. She's being abused, right? Like, the way she's treated is not normal, right? I'm not saying it's even physical abuse. Maybe there is. I don't know. But, like, this is, like, mental, right? Like, that's terrible. You can't control someone's life like that, man, right? Like, even a parent, that's ridiculous, right? But a sibling, right? They're the same age, right? Kako can make her own decisions, right? And I hope I'm clear about that. I really do hate this, right? And we're helping him. We're helping him. Oh my, and we're doing it behind her back up until maybe now. Maybe now we're gonna say something. But, like, this is absurd. God. There better be an alternate route where we can fix this, right? Like, seriously. And that's my canon route for real. I'm just saying. How did it go, Takumi? Were you able to convince my brother? Huh? You're giving me this scooter? It's the same model as the one my father rode. Wow, this is amazing. It's like he's here with me again. I've always wanted a bike like this. Thank you, Takumi. Kako had tears of joy in her eyes. She was undoubtedly thinking about her father. She's bearing her soul like an innocent child. This is my chance to convince her. Kako, to tell the truth, there's something you and I need to talk about. We need to talk? Is it about you wanting to ride the scooter too? Wouldn't that be nice? No, it's not that. It's about Ima. I'm sorry, but I can't help you convince him. But why? You said you'd help me. Because I see things the same way he does. Oh, you're terrible. You're terrible, man. I'm serious. I think this is gonna hurt my opinion of Takumi. Like, this arc. You really aren't meant for the battlefield, Kako. Like, this, that's an absurd, like, that's just ridiculous, man. Can I fail this intentionally? Why would she be here if she's not, like, no, seriously, right? Like, why would she be here? We literally had this talk with about Shoma, right? Like, he wouldn't be here if he didn't have some hidden potential. But with Kako, well, that's not a thing. That's not a thing, apparently. I'm dead serious. Is it because she's a girl? Is that the reason? Because everyone else had their own baggage and we were cool with it, right? And we helped them get over it. But she's willing. She is willing to fight. So why aren't we letting her? I hate this, man, so much. I mean, I don't think it's just because she's a girl. Like, we convinced Tsubasa, right? We're obviously fine with women fighting, but, like, I don't know. Like, I don't really know, like, what is the actual explanation? Like, why is she not allowed to be a fighter, apparently? I really do not like this. How could you, Takumi? Your gift made me so happy.
But you only brought it here at my brother's suggestion to convince me. I won't change my mind, no matter what anyone says.
That's exactly what it is.
I don't want us to run away from everything like cowards anymore. I want to be part of the team and fight beside you.
Guess we can try that? Like, sure. But that's exactly what it's like.
It's not like that.
That's exactly what it is. It's just that I agree you'd be better off not fighting. How can you say that, Takumi? Please, hear me out. Ima's worried about you. Yeah, no shit. He doesn't want the person he cares about most to be in danger. And I understand how he feels. That's why... But you're forcing me not to fight. This is ridiculous, man. It's always been this way. He always holds me back, intervening and telling me, it's for your own good, sister dearest. He won't even call me by my name. He only worries about himself.
He just controls me however he sees fit. I
No.
refuse to give in to him. This time. I'll fight of my own free will.
She's not wrong at all. And I have to say that. Like, that's exactly the truth.
You're wrong, Kako.
How? How can you say that? Because Ima told me he'd fight in your place. That's why he asked me to come here. So I could convince you to stay out of danger. But do you think someone who just wants to control their sister would do something like that? He must care about you with all his heart. And he's still being controlling. What's your point? You're the only family he has. Look, I get why he cares this much and why he's trying to keep her safe. But it's just wrong. It's just wrong. There is nothing you can say to convince me. I'm serious, man.
Oh.
Brother dearest.
Anyway, that has nothing to do with this. It's all just him deciding things in the end.
It literally
I'm
is.
his only family, but he never discusses things with me. It's just so cruel. I hate him.
Do you really, though?
What do you mean? I heard about your past from Ema. What? It's just been you two ever since your parents passed in that traffic accident, right? Your brother has desperately struggled to protect you since then. He'd literally do anything for you. Sure, he may be overbearing at times. At times! When is he not? But that just means his bond with you is deeper than anyone or anything else. Your lives have been nothing but pain, but you were able to overcome it together. That's... There's no way you could actually hate Ema. He cares about you with all his heart, and I think you care about him just as much as he cares about you, Kako. Look, I mean, that can be true, but that doesn't even matter.
We put our lives on the line in this war. We could die at any time. I wouldn't want someone I care about getting dragged into it. You lost your parents. You should understand that feeling. So please, don't do anything reckless.
This arc sucks.
Do it for the person who loves you more than anyone in the world. You know how much you mean to Ema. You need to keep yourself safe for him.
No, I can't do that.
Thank you! I am so glad that failed. I am so glad that's a forced failure. Thank you. Take a stand. My dear brother's always putting me first, it's true, and I do appreciate everything he's done for me. But there's another side to this. He means just as much to me as I do to him. That's why I can't just do nothing anymore. I have someone that I want to protect too. If I have to watch my dear brother getting hurt and making everyone his enemy, all for my sake, I think my heart might break. I don't want to hold him back. I never have. I just want us to support each other as equals. I'm not trying to rebel against Ema or leave him behind. I want to fight to protect him. I'm doing this because I love him. Right, of course. You have something worth fighting for, just like the rest of us. I understand Kako's feelings all too well. Her desire to fight isn't some passing whim. She's thought everything through, understood the risks, and come to the decision that's right for her. But wait, this isn't how it's supposed to go. I was meant to talk her out of fighting.
Oh, dear. It looks like you failed in your task, Mr. Sumino.
Ema? Seriously, what was all that about? I had such high hopes for you, too. Brother dearest.
Hey!
Hold on a minute, Ema. It's true that I couldn't convince Kako to quit, but maybe you should listen to how she feels about it. No! He does not care! That's right, It's okay, sister dearest. I heard the whole thing. You did? Yes, I was here the whole time. I wanted to observe and make sure Mr. Sumino did a good job. So you were spying on us? I thought you were going to trust me with this. You think he would trust anyone with anything? Be for real, bro. It's hard for me to trust anyone when it comes to my dear sister's welfare. She's always been stubborn, but I'm still surprised even you couldn't get her to see sense. I guess it just goes to show things don't always work out the way you want.
I wonder if this is how it'll feel when you run off and get married someday.
What do you mean? You don't need me to say it, do you? We've never really needed words to understand each other. I'm truly proud of you for growing into such a determined young woman, but at the same time, a little sad that you might not need my help so much anymore. Is this how we're gonna end this? Excuse me while I go cry into my pillow. If anyone needs me, I'll be in my room. It's getting late, sister dearest. Don't stay up too long. What the hell? What is happening? I mean, I guess maybe he's finally gonna just let her go, right? Like, maybe he's seen how she really feels and will kind of let her be, right? Let her be free. I don't know. I guess at least I could appreciate that from him, but I still can't. I can't rock with his behavior, of course, up until now. Ema left, smiling as usual, except this smile was different. It was tinged with a kind of resignation, and maybe even loneliness.
Huh?
Did he just give you his approval? I'm not sure. I've never seen him act like that before. Kako was clearly worried about her brother, and since we didn't have anything more to talk about, I took my leave. As for me, I went back to my room. Well, I mean, I guess if it seems like he kind of gave his approval,
it's time to hit the hay.
Which is good. I really hate how we got there, though. I really hate that we even, like, sided with Ema there, right? Like, I get he had his reasons for not wanting her to fight, but, like, I don't know. Ultimately, it just feels like she's, for the whole time we've been here, like, she's, like, shown signs of wanting to fight. Why should what Ema wants override what Kako wants, right? I never liked that.
You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can.
So I hated that we kind of, like, let that, like, just, I hated that we just, like, we'll just prioritize Ema, I guess. The guy who literally just stabbed someone. Like, cool. I'm glad we're taking his input and his feelings into account, right? Like, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. And I'm worried he's still going to do something drastic, to be completely honest, right? Until I see Kako fighting, I'm going to assume there's going to be some measure of control. I'm not going to instantly be like, oh, I forgive him. He might have given his approval, right? Like, and still, I don't know, man. I don't think I can fully ever really like Ema, right?
Well then, good night.
If I had to sum up what happened today, I failed to persuade Kako to stay on the sidelines, but she somehow managed to convince Ema how serious she is about all this. So she's going to fight with us in the next defensive battle, right? In that case, what will Ema do? I can't imagine he'll let Kako fight alone. Seriously, why do these two have to be such a hassle? Never mind, man. I don't even need to say it anymore, like how I'm feeling about that. Somewhat dissatisfied as I grappled with that notion, I decided to check on them in a few days. Bro, I literally feel like they're going to be gone. Like, I'm dead serious. I do not think they're going to be here. Like, I just have this feeling that Ema's going to, like kidnap Kako. Like, I'm serious. Like...
Up and out of troops! Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 54th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
I'm serious. This episode has hurt my opinion on Takumi. I've done what I can to convince Kako. Now I need to get back to prepping for the next defensive battle. Okay then, how should I spend the day? Free time. I'm not talking to Ema, bro. We'll see what Kako has to say, but I'm not talking to Ema, man. Why does bro have to be my birthday twin? It's gonna piss me off. She's deep in thought. Better leave her to it then. Yeah, I mean, she's got a lot to think about, huh? Like, goodness. I do want to say about Ema, I actually don't think he's like a poorly written character, right? So far. I just hate what his character is, right? There's a big difference in my opinion. I'm not saying he's a bad character. He's just one that I really don't like. At all. I'm still in the middle of this book. Maybe I'll read it to the end. Finishing this book increase your observation by 10. Only 10? That's really not very efficient, dude. It's better to just give gifts. I know gifts cost something, like they have a real like cost to them, but excuse me. But still. I can surely find something that someone would want. Dude, oh my god, we need, like, plants so bad. Why do I feel like Darumi would like this? I feel like Darumi would definitely like this. I don't know. Maybe I'm low-key typecasting her. But I don't really think I am. I could see Yugami liking one of these. What in the world? Replica class armor. Replica fire extinguisher. What is this? We made one of these yet? If not, I feel like this is definitely something Takamaru might like, you know? Let's try that. I wonder if Kako would like that. Like, actually. Oh, wait, I can give gifts to Ima and Kako right now? Oh, Lord, wait. I could have just... Oh, that... okay, well, there's a free one in there. There's honestly a chance Kako would like this, to be honest. What type of gift does she like? Tools is her preferred? And he likes ornaments. And I think that's where the Kako stand was. So that one is literally as free as it gets. So we'll try this one.
Are you sure?
I think that's perfect, right?
Hell, you just turned me into mush.
Yep, there we go. Nice! We finally nailed one again. It's been a while.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
Another day gone, and the first peaceful one in a while. I thought about how much I'd like days like this to continue forever as I dozed off. Come on, I feel like there's gotta be a fight soon. Something's gonna happen with Ima and Kako as well. And Moko, right? Like, we still gotta get her involved. Welcome back, Kratos.
Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 55th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy! Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy!
It's morning. What should I do today? Okay. I should maybe go explore. Like, we are so cooked when it comes to, plants right now. It's bad, man. Let's go here. Let's check out if is there anything we can really upgrade. Yeah, we definitely don't need to worry about that yet. I don't know that we really need to upgrade any of those. Let's go ahead and hit these two. We're actually running low on BP now. Alright, now that we've spread ourselves a little thin, soon we're going to want to find some abilities to focus and upgrade. Jumonji Slash is already level 3, maybe get that to 4 at some point, because that's a good ability. Things like Rescue Bullet, do we really even need to upgrade that? I don't know if it even needs one, right? Like, I don't know. But yeah, let's go explore. It's gonna take a little bit of time, but we need things so bad. Yeah. Plants and minerals. We need you so bad. Minerals. BP and plants. Oh, it was BP and minerals. No, here we go. There we go. Alright, that's like all the things we want, and that's a pretty fine team.
You really want me to come along?
Yes, Shoma. Okay. It almost takes as long to skip it as it does the actual animation. Or like just letting it play out. Alright, let's look at the map. Any level 2 spots we can just dip. Well, besides the one up here. I don't know if it like changes each time you go or if it's just going to be all machines again. Maybe let's try going to the right this time. So that one on the east. That exit's going to be pretty close to us, so you can also dodge these in the process. Go in with literally nothing. Oh, and I misclicked. Fantastic. Okay. Banger move. Now we're not even going to be able to just, like, turn around, are we? Nice. I will say, no, Ato might make combat a little more difficult, but I think we'll be fine. We're going to have to rely on, I think mostly on Kyoshika.
All an ass!
That's a weird AoE. It actually kind of works in this situation. What was that? Oh, they lost movement, right, because of us.
Say when.
That's kind of interesting. Maybe I like that debuff a little more than I initially, like,
onwards.
Thought I would.
Leave it to me.
My turn.
Can we go up here? Side slash.
Yeah. All right.
2 arms. Flash.
There we go. All right, easy fight, but a bit of a waste of time.
Here's something.
Oh, I should have done a bigger number. Whatever. I guess it ultimately does not matter, but... Alright, let's get out of here. Next area. Come on. Be full of mineral. Oh! Yes! This is what I wanted to see. There's so many purples. Alright, is there... Alright, so maybe we want to go that way? Oh, I mean, there's one literally right there. 2 that way. I said minerals. I meant plants. Oh my god, man. There's so many. Is that a destination space? What does that do? Do we want to try and get there? I don't know what happens. Like, what would happen if we went there? Koshika's gone missing. The Holy Jumonji sword is still here, though. What could have happened to her? Oh, wait. Oh. Battle time. Purple, so this might be a tough battle. What abilities do you have? Nothing in particular.
Leave it to me.
I can't set this up in a way that hits both of them. It's a little unfortunate. So maybe we want to do this. We probably really want to. I think I like this a lot. Wait, no. That's bad. Maybe... I mean, let's just start doing damage to this thing. Is the thing that I like about it. But I also want to clear this stuff out. So maybe go here and then walk up one.
Banzai! 2 arms!
Do it again.
You've left yourself open!
So now any chip damage we get on that thing.
Let's do this!
This doesn't have any abilities, does it? No.
All an ass!
We can just do this. Clear that out for Kyoshika to get her passive active.
2 arms!
so that we can do this.
Leave it to me.
Clear both of them out. Now we should be able to finish this up.
Let's do this.
With this. Into...
Let us begin.
We might not be able to get that last kill. No, we have 2 actions. It's like guaranteed. We can literally just, like, defensive stance.
Come get it!
And then go hit it with whatever.
Let's do this!
There we go. Okay. That went fine. Kyoshika is also very strong. So it's weird fighting without Ato, but it's fine. I will say that one is so close. Maybe we just go that way? Nah, we'll just go this way. As you climb a sloped path, a log starts rolling down. It's going to hit you if you don't do something. Jump out of the way. An extra thick log.
We did it.
Nice. That's a 90. I love that. We'll try the same thing. This time we took damage. Fantastic. I mean, I guess we can take the big fight. I mean, I think we'll be fine. I'm starting to think it would make sense to bring someone who can heal on these fights, to be honest. Like, that way you can intentionally take a fight and actually it makes things easier. You know?
Hauling ass!
You do this, and then Kyoshika kills for free.
2 arms.
Starting to think on very, very early impressions that movement debuff might be a little more useful than I like made it out to be.
You've left yourself open. I've got you.
Here we go.
This formation's actually kind of rough for my team.
Let's give it to him!
Leave it to me.
Because Kyoshika's not going to do a ton of damage to either of them. Because they've got,
Ready when you are.
They've got friends, you know?
Hauling ass! Let her rip!
Reduce its movement, maybe try to bait them away from each
2
other.
arms. Let us
do, like,
begin.
This into
Let us begin.
not that one. Well, we can just do that. Kill.
My apology. Leave it to me.
We could actually kill this thing if we wanted, but I think we're gonna need her to kill that thing because it gains
arms.
armor and she can armor pierce with Jumonji Slash.
Leave it to me.
It has 0 movement. It does.
2 arms. Flash.
So you can debuff to 0 movement, even if I don't think you can debuff to 0 attack. It's kind of good to know, actually. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of the downside of my play.
Let us begin.
Does this not count as it being adjacent?
Leave
I feel like
it
I've
to
had
me.
this exact revelation before.
You've left yourself open.
No, wait, we're just
Onward.
ignoring armor. We're just ignoring armor.
I've got you. Let us begin.
I forgot about that. So she can actually go positive
My
against them,
apologies.
even if she's
Rev it up.
spamming in a situation like that. Okay, we took a little bit of damage there, unfortunately. Yeah, maybe it would, in the
Might as
future,
well take it.
make sense to try to bring, like, Nozomi on these. Take a large pumpkin.
Might as well
Nice.
take it.
Able to find a large turnip. Yank it right out. We got 2 purple herbs on the left. I mean, there's no way we're going to make it all the way over there, right? Like, we just take the purple ones? Surely? Nah. My mother did not raise a coward. Trip and get entangled in vines, a huge carnivorous plant bears down on you. Oh, yeah, we'll give it something else to eat. Got plant essence, lost a small flower.
Here's something.
That was a win. We were going to get rid of that eventually anyways. See a mummy on the roadside. What in the world is this doing here? Give it a proper burial, man. Man. We were trying to do you a favor. Really don't need machine parts, like, at all, right? I'm not, like, misremembering. Yeah, machine parts are the ones... yeah, I've got 947. I need literally everything else. Significantly more than I need those. Yellow battle, this should be fine. Not too worried. This is a slightly annoying formation, though.
Hauling ass!
What the heck is this thing? Inflicts stun when attack. That is... wow, that's bad. Can't let that happen.
Onward.
Goodness.
Yeah!
Do this.
Leave it to me.
I did not even notice that knockback effect that it has.
Let's do
And
this!
it's actually a bit of a problem in this scenario. It might look a little more difficult.
Let us begin.
Whoops.
Hiya! Onward. Banzai! 2 arms! Yeah! My apologies.
Okay,
I'll try not to drag you down.
we'll just taunt, I suppose.
Oh! Sorry!
Ooh. Armor up.
I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Oh, he's immune to statuses, so he ignores the taunt.
I've got this.
I did not think about that. I was just fine with him getting stunned. Or I said ignored the taunt. I meant ignored the
Let's go.
stun that he
Got it.
obtained while taunting.
Onward. You've left yourself open. Let us begin. Net.
That was a
I'm
cool looking
burnt out.
attack.
Rev it up!
Oh lord, I did not even
we go.
consider that I needed to do
Ready when you are.
that much damage to kill this thing. I mean, I had enough ultimately, but I am so used to those things just going down
Might as
for
well
free
take it.
that I had never even considered the possibility of it simply not going down for free. Find an overrun greenhouse that looks like a miniature jungle. You might find something good inside it. And we're taking more damage. Nice. Bushka's gone missing. I will wait for her to come back. Got a fragrant mushroom.
Might as well
Nice.
take it. And I got a rare one here.
Got some paint. We'll go 4, take the weak battle. Maybe that was wrong. If we took the strong battle, we probably still can one turn. And we,
I can't stop now.
That's a very good start.
Yeah! This is a trifle.
We would have had 2 chances at purple flower, though. Would've been
I
good.
can't stop now. Net.
Go ahead and finish them off.
Don't leave me behind. Ah!
That all you got?
Go ahead and clear them off.
I can't stop now. You've
Finish that
left yourself
kill.
open.
Get our
My
AP back.
apologies.
Give it to him.
And there we go. Easy fight.
Here's something.
Well, we rolled the one we needed anyways. I'm in a pretty flower field. You decide to pick a nice flower before leaving. Let's pick a sweet lavender flower. I think we did that last time, and that was wrong. Reroll target spaces. I mean, no, it's still there. Oh, just everything. Oh, there's so many purples in a line right there. I want to risk it. I risk losing everything. Or not everything, a lot of things. If we're not careful.
I found something.
Bare minimum, we can get rid of that. Various mushrooms are growing on a fallen tree. Some of them might be useful. Pick the red ones? Okay, so what we picked, we should not be eating. Got it. Find a beehive, maybe we can get some honey out of it. Take some out carefully. Nice.
Might as well take it.
And even if it's 90, we're gonna get rid of this. We really don't need this right now. On a forest where bamboo and mushrooms grow in profusion, which one will you pick? Let's pick the mushrooms.
I found something.
Get rid of a 60. I'm just gonna hit a 4. An overrun greenhouse that looks like a miniature jungle. You might find something inside. Last time we took damage when we did this, but not this time.
Might as well
Nice.
take it.
Should I really take something this precious?
Why do you say it like that, man? This precious. And a lab with lots of books on the shelves. We'll move the bookcase, of course.
We did it.
But we're not snagging that. We made out with that stuff real well last time, so we do not need more. Let's just skip straight to this.
I got a rare one here.
Whoa! I did not know that was a thing.
I got a rare one here.
And we got that. Wow, that okay, so that was really nice. Is there anything else like that on the map? Not that we want it this run, or is it just like one per zone? I might need to start looking out for those, apparently. Goodness. Okay. That is a powerful incentive for exploration. Because that's a lot. Oh my god. We're gonna walk out with, like, with, I keep wanting to say minerals. They're not minerals. With plants being our, like, number 2 thing. Nearly our number 1. Wait, is it our... No, it's not our number 1. It's very close, though. Wow. That is... I mean, that is humongous. Okay. Yeah, maybe at some point we're going to have to explore for some rocks, too. But I don't want to risk losing anything that we have. Like, we could, I think, very, very slightly get a little more, right? Like, we could roll one more, we'll roll one more. Pull away the vines, look inside. We got an orchid. See, okay, so
Here's something.
I shouldn't have done that, but we're never punished for that. So we can get rid of the poisonous mushroom, and every plant we have is at least 90. Right? And I'm like, maybe we could get rid of one of the rocks instead, like 60 rocks. But actually, we need the rocks too at this point, so I think that's a bad idea. I think we just, yeah, I think we can just leave now. And exploration. This
Time
was
to
a
head back.
great exploration. Fantastic. This is exactly what we needed out of that one. Right? Literally just plants and rocks. Rocks are still doing a little rough, of course, but plants, I mean, that's a strong suit now. We went in, it was bad. It was bad. and now it's very strong.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can.
So maybe we could look at
Well then, good night.
with all that, we can probably look at upgrading our potions. I didn't see Ima or Kako at all today. Maybe that's because you weren't here. Just what are those two up to? Don't tell me they're on the outs. Oh lord, wow. Looks like I'm not upgrading anything. Huh? The alarm? Last time it was just Moko, but is it a real attack this time? Why do I feel like it's them leaving? I don't know. Is that crazy? I feel like they're gonna... I feel like Ima's gonna take this chance to run off with Kako. I can't help but feel that way. On top of everything else I've had to deal with today, now I have to fight invaders too? I mean, you already did that, but... well, complaining about it won't do any good. Better get on over to the war room. Alright. Alright, they are here. They're here for now. So... oh, it's Akumi. Nozomi. Dashing out onto the rooftop, I caught sight of Nozomi. Seems like it's a real attack this time, huh? Looks like it. Are you okay? With the siren, I mean. I'd be lying if I said it doesn't still frighten me, but I can handle it. It wouldn't be good for morale if I showed up to the war room looking like a nervous wreck every time we had to fight a battle. Putting others before herself, that's something Kara would have done too. We shouldn't stand here talking. Come on, Takumi. Nozomi started to run, but paused for a moment to look back at me. Let's give it our all out there, for those dear to us, the ones we've sworn to protect. She didn't turn back again, just headed inside the school and down the hallway. Those dear to us, but the person I want to protect most is... arguably right in front of us. Don't tell me we're not going to be able to have Takamaru. He's not one of my key fighters, but it still kind of sucks, you know? Ready for another bloodbath, slaves?
Huh?
I'm not your slave, but I am ready. Oh. The twins aren't here. That's nothing new. But we'll have to make do without Takamaru, too. Is he any better? A little, but he's not out of the woods yet, I think. Eito was cut off by loud clattering as the door to the war room was thrown open. Yo, sorry I'm late. Takamaru, should you be out of bed? I told you, didn't I? Flesh wound like this ain't nothing to write home about. I've slept plenty over the last few days. I'm basically fine now. All the energy that should go to your brain must have gone into healing your wound instead. Lucky for you, you're such a knuckle-dragging buffoon. Watch it, tomato head. I don't hit girls, but I'll rip that mask of yours right off. That's the spirit, and if the invaders take you out, there's always the revive-o-matic. Hey, I ain't about to die just to solve my problems. I got more pride than that. Lady Nozomi, what of Lady Moko? Has she regained consciousness yet? No, she opened her eyes and spoke to us for a few minutes the day we got her here, but she's been out cold ever since. All this time? She hasn't woken up even once in 5 days? No, she looks fine, more or less, so I don't think it's a physical problem. But right now, we have to focus on getting through this battle, for Moko. And for all mankind. Right. I'll do whatever I can to help, which is practically negligible for someone like me. I'm so nervous. Okay, deep breaths. I'm sure we're all nervous, that goes without saying. But just remember, we're not alone. We'll face whatever fate throws at us and fight through the fear and the hardship together. And when all is said and done, we'll share in the joy of victory together too. Enough mushy stuff, let's get the show on the road. I'm hyped to start killing.
Here goes! All units, advance! Initiate defensive battle!
So why does she get to say it? Why is she the one saying it? It was actually kind of cool seeing that with so many people. I feel like this is the first time it's been this many people. Like, it hasn't even been close to this number. It has not even been close to this number up to this point. That's kind of cool. It's cool to see the team grow, you know? And it's most noticeable when you look at something like that. Oh, we got the whole gang guarding one side, bro. Is this only a two-front? It's gotta be just, yeah, it's only a two-front. Okay.
Man, why is there so many of them?
Same reason second to last Defense Academy was lost. The time limit must be approaching.
They ain't ready to just lay down and die, I guess.
There is no shortage of opponents. The justice of the Holy Jumanji Sword shall flower!
Calm down. Let's just fight like we always do. We'll be fine if we can keep to that.
There is no shortage of opponents. The justice of the Holy Jumanji Sword shall flower!
Bro, it really is Jumanji Sword. It's not Jumanji. I've been saying Jumanji. It's like, it is just Jumanji.
Right. We just have to fight them off and keep them away from the school building.
Yes, leave
Sorry,
it to me.
Kako. I mean, that's a relatively free roll for him, because he can just dumpster this thing.
You're in the way! Oh,
Fortunately, that thing's gonna, like, all of the damage we
better
do
get moving.
is doing practically nothing. It does a little bit, at least.
Here we go! Got it! Nice! I guess it's my turn.
We can live with that roll.
You're in the way! All well and good. Yes, leave it to me.
There we go. We got all our attack buffs
Allow
now.
me to trim down their
So this side
Got it.
should go
Nice.
reasonably
I'm
well
ready
from
whenever.
here. We're gonna judge. We don't quite get the kill, but
Here we
we
go.
mostly get it.
All well and good. Yes, leave it to me. Allow me to trim down their numbers. Got it. No. I guess it's
Okay.
my turn.
So we're done with that. Now we just have some ad cleanup on this side. So let's focus on the other side.
Prepped and ready.
And I think it's actually really big that we're already at like max voltage, so we can start to really use Gaku a bit if we want. Clear out a lot of pads here while doing some chip.
Just watch me.
And yeah, he can't really actually clear this thing out, but you can clear that one out while still doing chip to the big guy,
Did you see that?
which is pretty solid by itself.
Onward!
Do this and kind of double up on this and kill the big guy on the next action,
Leave it to me.
while also going over here and killing the smaller one.
I've got you!
Hauling ass! Let's do this!
I don't really think there's a spot Takamaru can go to that is going to clean all of this up for Kyoshika, unfortunately.
Just watch me.
Okay,
Onward!
actually that cleans up literally everything she needs cleaned up. And she can just walk forward.
Leave it to me.
So this side is mostly dealt with as well now. There are definitely still some enemies over that way. Maybe we accelerate and we can clear them reasonably well.
I'll show you what's up.
Maybe we do this, accelerate, and then we should be able to clear both of those at the same time with the right positioning. I think we definitely can get that positioning. So we do this,
Get the hell out of my way.
I'm good whenever.
accelerate.
Shifting
Onward!
gears.
Onward.
Go over here, Jumanji Slash, hit both of them at once. Also, I've just now noticed this is going to be a three-way fight, so that's good to know. So yeah, now we've just got a few random ads over here.
Let's go!
Clean those up.
I'm good to go.
That's 5 right there. That's pretty good. I don't think I'm going to hit a higher number than that. Alright, I think that was a really good turn 1. We're saving our voltage for a potentially more important wave. Yeah, they didn't even attack, so I'm really not worried. What's the goal here? Eliminate all? Yeah.
I'm ready whenever. All well and good.
Alright, we have... Wow, they're in such
better
weird
get moving.
spots. I really cannot hit that many of them at once over on that side. This side, we're doing just fine, actually. But
Out of the way!
well, I mean, there's 4 of them.
Wait.
So actually, we'll be fine. They're just in really
I'm ready
weird
whenever.
spots. Wait. No. Okay, we'll be fine. I actually didn't know if we had enough attackers for a second, because I forgot that Shoma was over there.
It's killing game time!
We're walking into the last round at 300 voltage. What miss? Or not last round, we're walking into wave 2 at max voltage.
Whew, that's stage 1.
Yeah, that was easy.
But that's not the last of them, is it? There's still more coming.
Yes, for sure. We need to keep on our guard.
The heck? I see something over there!
Okay, what are these things? What? They're piloting ships. Okay. Interesting. Whoa. Bro! Fog of War map?
Love of murder, reinforcements already. This is what I'm saying. There's no time to breathe.
More importantly, what is this smoke?
No, this is mist. It's a weather condition caused by tiny water droplets in the atmosphere.
Who gives a damn? I can't see for shit.
Yes, I think that's the important thing.
It's so dark and the visibility is so bad. I can't even drive.
But the mist itself is harmless, so we should be fine if we don't panic. It'll be okay. We can handle this.
Yeah, we'll work through it somehow.
Unable to see enemies or launch attacks while mist is on the battlefield, you can attack enemies near allies and traps to strengthen your defenses with metal fences or other defensive devices. You defeat all the enemies that generate mist, the mist will be lifted. Okay. So can I, like...
I guess it's my turn.
No, not quite. What if I just... No, they won't let me.
Say when.
So... I'd like just throw a fence up. But do
Time to
anything?
use it.
Okay, we can see some enemy locations.
I'm ready
then.
whenever.
So maybe they'll let me advance now? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, leave it to me.
I'm gonna take an
We better
agility
get moving.
potion.
Let's try this out. I guess it's my turn.
Well, that was worthless. Whoops.
We better get moving. Time for me to move.
Try this.
Ha!
Figure some things out. It's really annoying that AoEs that are already
I'm
happening
ready whenever.
don't, like, do any extra damage. If we could clear this thing out,
Yes, leave it to me.
that would help. We're gonna
better
attack
get
potions
moving.
worth it here. I could unironically use voltage for that, but probably not.
Yes, leave it to me.
Double up on Executioner.
You're in the way. I'm ready whenever.
Allow me to trim down those numbers. Got it. Nice.
There's
Better
the
get moving.
enema. Oh. That's a hemo-anima ability. I see. No! Oh, that's the wrong one.
I'm ready whenever. Yes, leave it to me. I'm ready whenever.
Talk about a waste,
Better get
bro.
moving. Those back.
Whoops.
Yes, leave it to me. Here we go. I guess it's my turn.
That was so wasteful.
Allow me to trim down their numbers.
Alright, we got this side. Whoa, that ended the whole wave? I didn't know it would do that.
Shit! They're firing from where we can't see them. We can't do anything like this.
Foul invaders.
Someone's surely gonna
Only
clutch
a
out, right?
coward attacks under the cover of darkness.
I don't care if it's about the mist or the projectiles. Somebody has to do something.
Do something, she says.
Leave it to me.
Let Kako lock in! What are her abilities gonna be? Oh my god, what? What was that? What is her class weapon? Bro, is that a sniper rifle? But that's like a laser cannon. Oh yeah, Emo was not gonna let that slide. Oh nah.
Sister Dearest?
Well, I guess this means they're actually fighting, and any reservations I had are probably for naught.
And Ema too.
Sorry for being late. It was my first time using an infuser. It took a bit of effort.
I just couldn't stand to watch my dear sister stab herself. I kept trying to stop her.
I told you I'd be fine.
But anything could happen, you know? It's a sharp blade after all.
Hey, you assholes! What hole did you crawl out of?
Yeah, it's a sharp blade. You know, I know what happens when you stab someone. You can ask him.
Yikes! So scary. I wish you'd save that look for the invaders.
Takomaru, we can't be fighting among ourselves. The mist is clear now, but there are still enemies remaining.
Right. And look over there. They've appeared already.
Oh nah. What is that?
That's the commander, isn't it? It was the one throwing the projectiles.
Stop fighting like a bunch of idiots and kill that thing first!
True. Gotta put it aside for now, Takomaru.
I get how you feel, but we need to focus on fighting the invaders.
We can have a fight later.
Whatever.
Once I've decided I'll do something, I make sure to see it through. Honestly, I don't hate violence. I welcome one-sided violence with open arms.
Yeah, bro, we can tell.
You're ready too, right, Sister Dearest? I mean, Kako?
Oh, they might have had a real heart-to-heart.
Huh? Kako? Yes! I can do this! I'll fight alongside everybody else.
Maybe Ema grew for real, man.
Now then, allow me to show
still
you the
kinda
true
weird,
malice
but-
of the cruel prince of the underworld!
Alright. Maybe we got some real development.
Kako, can you shoot through this mist with your class weapon?
I'll try.
All right, go for it. I've got your back.
Alright. So you're clearly intended to use Kako here. Attack +3 when user attacks without moving first. +3? Holy! That is a humongous boost! She's a sniper. Wow, okay. Gains attack +3 for attacking without moving from her special skill, special good conduct, stand still, and aim true. What the heck? So this one's just like normal sniper shot that you'd expect. This one you can just like choose a spot and hit it. What you got? Attack +1 when Kako is near death. Oh, this is... Oh, wait, this duo is fun as hell. No. Highly mobile attacker that can use flight to pass through enemies as well as slow the enemy's advance using push. He automatically gains attack +2 when Kako is near death from his specialist skill, Special Misconduct. One-winged hammer? Come on, bro. Are we for real? I made a song about that once, you know? Whips up wind to push back enemies within a large area. Okay. So first thing I'm thinking is we could get really risky and just right off the bat use the desperation potion, right? Bring her to 1. Ima gets health. We can Spirit Rain, hit this, bring it to 4, walk up, one-winged hammer it, it dies, right? And then we can probably repeat that. So let's do that. This is obviously a little risky.
Ow! I can't quit now. Taking the shot. I'm feeling weaker.
Okay. Ha! All too easy.
I'm all right.
Can't quite hit that, it looks like. Like, we can't quite get that kill. We have... Oh, you can't spam attacks with her. That is good to know. Huh. Okay.
I'm ready whenever.
That makes her a lot less interesting. I'm going to be completely honest.
We better get moving. Allow me to trim down their lights.
Okay. Right out the mist.
All well and good. Yes, leave it to me. Got it. Nice.
Actually, what is her special attack?
Won't give up.
Necro Disaster? Yeah, it looks like basically just from her direction, she just destroys that row. Okay.
I'm ready whenever.
We'll look at this side for now, especially given that they literally have the boss.
Let me handle it. Mow him down! I'll show you what's up.
Cook them real quick.
You saw that, right? Let us begin.
I'm gonna take both actions. It's a little unfortunate, but
Flash! 2 arms! Hiya! My apologies. Leave it to me.
we could give her an agility potion. Yeah, I think that probably wants to happen.
Let's put this to use. Onward.
Do this. Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got you.
So that side's looking good.
Let us begin.
I mean, the boss is there, and that's problematic. You need to stun. Not take damage while mist is on the battlefield. Perform a counter. Attack +1 against lone enemies. Can we lower its movement? I mean, it has a gigantic attack range. I don't know that it matters, but
Hauling ass!
well, we can enrage it, right? It doesn't say null enraged. Yeah, there's no real way to hit multiple of those, unfortunately. Maybe we just enrage it?
Let's freaking go!
That probably works like I want. We're bleeding. I also don't know if I see the enrage debuff on them. It might not have worked. It was worth an effort, or it was worth a shot, you know?
I guess it's my turn.
There's still so many things over here.
ready
We just got an
whenever.
agility potion, and we should be
Let's
able to
try
clean
this.
up a lot on the side still.
I guess it's my turn.
Maybe we can do this. Do that twice.
All well and good. We better get moving.
No, we can't do that. It's a little unfortunate that we have failed to roll. Well, actually, no. We just.
guess it's my
Nope,
turn.
definitely
I'm
not
ready,
that.
whatever.
Move again.
This feels incredible.
We want the AP.
I guess it's my turn.
And we're about to generate voltage, is why I did that. And this is just too good a move to pass up. That cleans up so much.
We better get moving.
If we can get a movement,
Nice. I
no,
guess it's my turn.
never that.
I'm ready whenever.
We're gonna boost
guess
Hemo
it's my
Anima
turn.
again, move again.
Not bad.
We're gonna go use what, Judge on this row of 3
Yes, leave it to me.
or row of 2. Excuse me.
Allow me to trim
Get
down
back
the
2
room.
AP.
All well and good.
Here we go!
We can clean them up in 2 actions, I think. I'm pretty sure she gets +2 attack on her. Oh, it's +1. Yikes! But we'll just use an attack potion.
Yep, right there!
I guess I gotta remember that for the future. Oh, actually, I didn't need that at all. Oh, then inflict stun. On the target and user. That's interesting. Alright. I mean, all that really did was a little bit of cleanup, but that's not
I'm
a
good to
bad
go.
thing, per se, you know?
I guess I'm up.
Okay.
Here we go.
I'm using Airblade. Kind of clean up a good chunk here.
Say when.
Clean these up. No, don't end turn. She's just going to die right now.
I can still
Honestly,
fight.
I think a defense potion should be enough to keep her alive. And now we end. Next time we go for the kill. Let's see if that enrage worked. What did they even... This didn't even do anything. I mean, I'm not mad at it, but...
Leave it
What?
to me.
Like, why would the boss not do anything there? Oh, man, if I could get here, that would be great. Alas, I cannot.
Let's
Do
do
like
this.
this.
Let us begin.
We start doing this. Maybe we want to boost attack here. And she might want armor at some point, because she's going to use a few
Leave it
attacks
to
here.
me.
So let's give her a defense potion.
Let's put this to use.
She's just going to kind of
Two
spam it.
arms.
Why is there a go? Bugging my face, bro. That's a good amount of damage.
Let us begin. Banzai! Leave it to me. I was careless. I mustn't submit.
It's definitely fine. Just keep swinging.
Don't leave me behind!
Does it end when we kill the commander? Yeah, it does. So, I guess let's see if we can go kill some other things in the meantime.
I can't quit now!
Alright, no idea.
I won't give up! I'm much stronger now.
Very true.
I can't quit now!
You are much stronger now that you're actually fighting.
Taking the shot!
I do love me some sniper rifles, must
I
say.
can still fight!
That only heals fatigue, that does not heal her attack debuff. That's good to know.
Here goes. What a nuisance! Hardly a challenge.
Let's do it to it! Let's go!
We're out of attack potions.
Let's freaking go!
Just kill these guys. Whatever.
This
And
is a
we end the
trifle.
map.
Behold my warrior spirit!
Yoshika's MVP this map. I wonder what their last two abilities are. Looking forward to being able to check those. Wave 3 end.
Did we do it? Did we defeat them?
Seems so. Whew. I'm beat.
You two were awesome! It's hard to believe this was your first fight!
They actually were pretty good, I'm gonna be honest. I do like that pairing.
Yeah, Kako's Hemo Animo was totally cool. Emo's was, alright, I guess.
You've improved a little yourself, Mr. Maruko.
Why are you talking down to me?
Oh, come on. You're scaring me. I get it. You don't have to glare like that.
Hey,
You literally
before
stabbed him,
we
bro.
get to that, there's someone we have to kill.
That's true.
Right. We need to finish it off.
We looked down at the defeated commander.
What? It seems like it's saying something.
Maybe it's begging for its life. That's happened before, right?
Back then, Hiriko just killed him off without giving him a chance.
Who knew invaders could do something as cute as beg for their lives?
What if we put them in the cage?
So, what do we do? Ignore it and kill it?
Huh? But... No need to entertain the begging of a monster.
Indeed. I'll finish it off at once.
I feel like they're not going to be the monsters they're portrayed to be. That's when it happened. The terrified commander brought its hand to its mask. And removed it from its face.
Huh? It took off its mask.
Interesting.
This is the commander's true face? But no matter how I look at it...
They look human.
It's human-like.
Yeah. That's not a shock. I mean, we're using the same powers, right?
Not human-like. She's obviously human. What is this? What's going on?
It took this long for one of them to take their mask off?
She's still saying words I don't understand.
If we could understand her, we'd be able to ask questions.
Throw her in the brig.
Is this perhaps a foreign language?
Huh? Foreign language?
I read about this in a library book. Humanity was once divided into a number
We
of tribes.
literally
known
just
as
read a book about this. That's the
races.
funny part.
Apparently, each one spoke a different language.
I love that they just know none of
They
this.
spoke different languages.
Even though they were all human?
They called these foreign languages. Despite all being human, not everyone could speak to one another.
Is that what this commander is doing?
Speaking a foreign language.
In that case, this person would be...
From another race of humans? Is that the true nature of the invaders?
That makes sense to me. They're probably the ones that stayed on Earth, if you ask me.
But weren't the invaders something born from the Earth to further advance world death? If they're a different race of humans, why are they trying to help the world kill itself?
Because the explanation you were given is probably wrong.
That's right. If they did that, they'd just be killing themselves, too.
That is indeed true. Perhaps we're mistaken.
Jeez, man, now there's even more stuff I don't get. Nay, their true form matters not. We must behead them at once. But...
Huh?
Is she crying?
It seems she really doesn't want to
yeah.
die.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that invaders have such emotion.
The propaganda worked.
I'm kinda starting to feel bad for her.
Enough nonsense. The invaders are evil, and evil must be slain.
Can we really kill
got
someone who's this
propaganded.
afraid to die, though? I can't do it.
How about we
Yeah.
take her prisoner
I
instead?
figured that's where this was going.
Prisoner?
Remember those sturdy-looking cages in the courtyard? They had a special feature, right?
No magic or no abilities.
Right. They disable the powers of anyone imprisoned inside them.
So if we put her in one of those cages, we don't have to worry about her acting up.
We're gonna put her in a cage?
We can't very well kill her after she's begged to be spared like this.
We could, but...
That's true.
Besides, if we could someday communicate with her, we could get more information on the invaders.
Ah,
Yeah,
you may
that's the
have
big
a
thing.
point.
Okay, so let's not kill her, but keep her prisoner for now. Does that work for everyone?
Yes, I think that's fine. How about everyone else?
Whatever. If Nozomi insists, that's fine by me.
I agree. Although you probably weren't asking a disgusting
Lord, man.
fatso like me.
Keep her going.
I'm fine either way.
You're all too soft. But I'm an adult, so I'll concede the point.
Then it's settled. We'll imprison her without killing her.
Hey, if we need
No.
to torture her, can
No.
you let me do it?
No, they're gonzo if we let you do it.
What kind of screams do invaders make? Just imagining it is giving me goosebumps. Sheesh. Why you gotta be so creepy?
That's real, Gaku.
All right, let's take her to the cages in the courtyard.
Yeah, let's see.
Don't resist, okay? Not that you understand what I'm saying.
We surrounded the fallen commander and took her to one of the pens in the courtyard. We were worried she would resist, but she followed us quietly. She still had a frightened look in her eyes, but she also seemed somewhat relieved. Yep, Kyoshika MVP. This should be an S rank. I don't see why it wouldn't be. The only hit they got on it was scripted. After locking the captive commander inside one of the pens, we returned to the war room. There was still another problem to deal with. Yeah, Ima. Nice, we managed to defeat the invaders, and now we have a happy ending.
Oh.
Don't you think the two of us did pretty well for our first time, too? I would like to hear more compliments. Being modest, I'd give us 10 billion out of 100. Very impressive, if I say so myself. Hey, brother dearest. What the hell are you cackling about? You think we're gonna forget what you did?
Uh-huh.
I suppose not. I was hoping my innocent demeanor would carry me through this. You thought you could just ride it out? You stabbed somebody. But I avoided any vital organs. I learned that trick in the underworld of the Tokyo residential complex. Hey. Sorry, we're really sorry for the trouble we caused. We? You shouldn't be the one apologizing, Kako. But this all happened because of me. My own indecision brought this on. What was the indecision? You pretty clearly made a decision. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, I guess I say that, but like, to a degree, she was still rolling with things as they were. But so I want to say I'm sorry. I won't do anything so brazen as to ask you to forgive us, but at least I'll just make it up to you. My dear brother and I will make amends together. Well said, sister dearest. You're still not taking this seriously. If my dear sister has decided we should make amends together, I'll just have to indulge her. I've decided that we'll have a more equal relationship from now on. I will respect her wishes. I'm done with being overprotective. Brother dearest, you should stop calling me that too. I may be your older brother, but we were born at the same time. Let's just call each other by our names, okay, Kako? Right, let's do that, Ima. Siblings and family are truly a wonderful thing. You only think that because you're alone in this world. No family, not even any friends. What? I don't have friends? That's not true. You have us. Oh, come on already. This conversation is still going. If the two of you are going to make up for it together, that means you're both responsible, right? Right. Okay, fine. Then you both better clench your teeth and get ready. Takamaru clenched his fist tightly and walked toward the two siblings. Wait, you're not going to beat up Kako too, are you? No, he would literally never. I thought you didn't hit girls. This is different. This is about payback. With that, Takamaru raised his right fist toward Ima and his left fist towards Kako. Flick, flick. And flicked them on their foreheads. Huh? What was that? Payback for stabbing me. Now we're even. You stabbed me, I flick your forehead like I'm Itachi or something. I mean, what's the difference? Same thing, right? Huh? That's all. I was sure you'd beat us half to death. Moron. How many times do I gotta tell you? It was just a scratch. Ain't nothing worth getting worked up about. Now we're settled. Let's put it behind us and move on. Me and the bigger man.
We're very grateful.
It sounded like a question. Thank you. Oh, my bad. Voice. Alright, this discussion is over, and we ain't going back to it. For real, though, what kind of delinquent are you? This is good. That's one thing settled. We're all tired, so let's get back to bed. It's not long until morning. Then why don't we use tomorrow to recuperate? The invaders probably won't attack again for another few days. Right, a little rest might be just the thing we need. I'm going down. Played too many games. My eyes can hardly stay open. My vision is turning black. We finally parted ways after the defensive battle, each returning to our own room. Whew. Back in my room, I fell face down on the bed. I'm totally wiped. It took all I had to grumble those few words before my eyelids fell shut. Just like that, I fell into a deep sleep. I should stop here, but I'm going to go a little longer. With my consciousness hazy, I barely opened my eyes. What time is it? That's me when I wake up in the morning. Still laid out in bed, I moved my head to look at the clock. It was already afternoon. Sheesh. Late already? Looks like I slept right through the morning announcement. My mind and body were still exhausted. I couldn't muster the energy to do anything. We did say we used today to rest, so I guess I'll just sleep a little longer. Even if I wanted to, I'm too tired to get up anyway. Once I closed my eyes again, I immediately sank into a deep sleep. I ended up spending the entire day in bed. And so the curtain fell on the 56th day at Last Defense Academy. Yeah, I mean, I kind of guessed that's where this was going. Alright, so now we're at a proper morning announcement. We'll stop it here.
Up and Adam troops, time to rise and shine!
Yeah, we're going to leave it here. Got a few more days in. Goodness. Resting slower than I'd like in some ways, but, you know, we're getting there and we're moving. We're almost at day 60. So let's go ahead and talk about this episode. So, I mean, I think this episode is summed up pretty easily. It was all about Kako and Ima. And basically, the episode starts and we kind of see that Kako, she wants to fight. She wants to kind of be free of Ima and what Ima wants for her. She wants to do her own thing. And Ima is not taking this very well. And by not taking very well, I mean he's taking it terribly. Seriously, it could not have been taken much more poorly than what Ima did. And I mean, the group kind of sides with Kako. They want Kako to be able to make her own decisions and to be able to help if that's what she really wants. And when she comes to help, or when Takamaru comes to help, this is what happens. Ima stabs him. Fortunately, this is probably too much of a spoiler for me to use as a thumbnail, but I think this is the most indicative of this episode, and what really happens in this episode. That's the degree to which he was controlling her, right? Like, if anyone tried to kind of interrupt that or do anything about it, he literally stabbed them, right? That's how strongly he felt. He did not care. And he kind of storms off with Kako in tow. Kako ends up leaving us a note, like, asking us to convince Ima to let her fight. And we wake up the next day, and Ima had a feeling that we were hiding something from him, and he comes to check on us, and we literally, we're not allowed to tell him that we're not hiding anything. We have to tell him we are. And we kind of talked to him about it, and he tells us that his proposition is that instead of letting Kako fight and trying to convince him to let her fight, that he will fight in her place if you can convince her not to fight. So we do a persuasion sequence, and we try to convince Kako not to fight, because it's, you know, some of the reasons are that's what your brother wants, right? He cares for you. He's just trying to keep you safe, right? You care for him, right? Like, don't lie, even if he's over controlling and like kind of a giant, like a huge jerk. Like, you still care for him, right? And so we kind of basically told her, like, accept your brother's wishes. You shouldn't be on the battlefield. Which, if you watched the video, I think you know how I feel about that. I really do not like that. I did not like that from Takumi at all. Actually, like, this hurt my opinion of him. Like, I'm being serious. It definitely, like, bumped it down a notch for me. Like, I don't know. I really didn't like the way we handled that situation. And thankfully, Kako basically, even with the persuasion fully done and she kind of understood, she was like, actually though, no, I don't care. I want to fight, right? I should be allowed to make my own decisions. And thankfully Ima was there, and while that would normally be terrible, I think her kind of desperation finally got to him, right? Maybe he kind of realized what he'd been doing to her, inadvertently, by being so overprotective, and controlling. Maybe he finally kind of had that epiphany. And he seems to give her permission to fight. Now, I was really worried that they would not be allowed to fight, but next defensive battle comes around, and they come in and they save the day. Like I said, I was worried that would not be allowed to happen, but it was. They're here, they're fighting. I'm still worried that Ima's gonna change, but it seems that their relationship has become more mutual, less one-sided, which is very good. Very good. That was wildly unhealthy before. And it seems that is not the case anymore going forward, hopefully. But beyond just that fight, we have something very interesting. At the end of the fight, we defeat the commander, and they're doing the usual thing where they beg for their life, and something really interesting happens. They take off the mask. We learn that the invaders are human, right? Which kind of, to me, deliberately shows that what we've been told is a complete lie, right? What we've been told about, like, world death, and the Earth is trying to kill itself, and that's why the invaders are here. I do not believe that. That doesn't make any sense. Why would humans be the ones controlling the invaders, if they were like a manifestation of the Earth's will to kill itself and all humans, right? That doesn't make sense. There's something that's absolutely being deliberately hidden from us. I'll be honest, I felt like Nozomi acted a little weird during that information, like, very brief. I don't know, maybe I might be tripping. It just seemed like something about like her look. I'm like, did she maybe have a feeling there was something strange here? Did she not like that this was revealed? I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping there. But either way, very big revelation that could definitely have an impact moving forward on what is happening. Why is this war happening, right? Why are we fighting other humans, right? It's got to be bigger than, well, I guess it can't really be bigger than the Earth trying to kill itself, in all fairness. But different. It's got to be different, I think, than what we've been told. And we're gonna like definitely see what that is. I'm looking forward to seeing what that is. But for now, we have taken that commander prisoner and locked them in one of the cages. And in said cage, I wonder if we can go there right now. Actually, in said cage, oh yeah, they are there. We are. Like, they are not able to do anything. She low-key kind of cute, I'm just saying. Can't really talk to her. The hope, though, is that maybe eventually we can try to communicate with her, whether it's deciphering her language or maybe some kind of nonverbal communication is more likely, I think. And maybe get information about the invaders, what's really going on. I mean, that would be big. That would be big. It's definitely not like Hiriko, but I kind of wonder if this is what's going on with Hiriko at this point. Is that crazy? Like, I don't, like, looking at them, I don't see how this could specifically be Hiriko. Eye color's different, the hair is different, right? But it'd be kind of interesting if Hiriko has been like, she's like with the invaders at this point. Just kind of a random thought. And I think this is going to be a big story going forward. This is probably the next major thing we're going to deal with. I still think we really need to try to figure out, like, to see if we can find Hiriko. Or, I mean, like, they've looked. That's the thing. They've looked. They can't find her. But we've got Moko and we've got this commander. So we've got some stuff coming. But overall, I thought this was a really interesting episode. That commander revelation, the Kako plot, even if... I really didn't like how it was handled, to be completely honest. Like, I don't think it was, like, poorly written. It's just disappointing in a lot. It was kind of disappointing for me from Takumi's perspective, that was the route he decided to go with. I'm not a huge fan of that. But yeah. Overall, though, good episode. I mean, like I said, even if it maybe hurt my opinion of Takumi, the arc itself was solid. And I'm looking forward to see where we go from here. Before we wrap up this episode, there's actually something I want to do. It involves this. You just saw my Chrome tab very briefly. And I'm going to pull something up. Not that. Should have maybe already had this pulled up. Alright. Here we go. Oh, here we go in just a second. Okay. So, I'm going to pull this over. And we are going to make a very quick tier list of my characters. Like in the video, I thought this might be a little interesting. So you can kind of get my general opinions on characters. And we're going to start with the real easy one. I hate this guy. There's a chance he improves from here. Even if he improves from here, though, the first half of the game, him being completely controlling, incredibly rude, very causing lots of problems in the group. Not gonna come out of this. I don't think we're gonna come out of this with this guy up here, or probably even on this side, right? So for now, he's down there. So let's kind of, I guess, maybe take things in order. Takumi, kind of neutral on him. I kind of liked him a little bit before this. I didn't really like the way he addressed things here. He's all right. Hiriko, I really like Hiriko. I think she's A tier. She was a fun character. Very very confrontational. But she had the good of the group at heart. I like that about her. I'm not going to rank Moko. It is way too early. So I'll just throw her in neutral, just so she's not there. Yugamu, I'm not huge on him. I think I'm gonna D or E tier, most likely. Not huge on him. Kako, I think it's too early to put her in the A tier. If we get to interact with her and we kind of like her, I like her still, I say we, right? And I still like her and we get more plot about her, I could easily see her moving up to here. I mean, maybe even there. I don't know. Like, just off of pure vibes alone, she somehow made it to B tier. She has, like, very little substance besides her, like, intro. And that's pretty much it. But honestly, Takamaru, I'm gonna be honest, I think he's up to S tier, right? I did like a kind of a basic tier list before, and this, I didn't have anyone in S tier, and I think I've moved him up. With more time, I've grown to appreciate Takamaru even more, the kind of positive force he is for the group, despite seeming like the kind of violent delinquent archetype. I kind of really appreciate that about him. Next up we got... Oh, also the fact that he just shrugged off a stab and was like, I'm chilling, right? And then his whole punishment was flick, flick. Like, I don't know. He's funny. I think he's a good force for the group. I really like that. Just as a character, I really like him. I wish he felt a little more interesting gameplay-wise. For the most part, gameplay-wise, he's kind of meh. Not huge on him, but he's good. He's solid gameplay-wise. Not great, though. Probably one of the lower tier units. This is not a unit tier list, just like how I feel about their character and their writing. And to be clear, this is not a quality of their writing tier list. To be honest, if this was about the quality of their writing, Ema would actually be like a B or A tier character, I think. I think they did a really good job of making you hate this guy because of how he acts towards his sister. And then you can kind of understand his reasons. Like, even if he's obviously going too far, you can get why he does it, right? Given everything they've gone through, right? But this is not my thoughts on their actual writing quality, just how I feel about the character. And right now, I hate that man, right? If I were in Takumi's shoes, I would not be able to manage Ema, right? Like, at all. Next up, we got Tsubasa, though. I think I'm going to put her in the B tier. I like her a bit. I'm not super strong on her. I don't really like her, like, constantly hurling gimmick. Like, it's whatever. But I really like her kind of enthusiasm towards all things cars. It's kind of cute. And I think she kind of makes some funny, like, little wisecracks when things are happening. Like, she's like one of the ones who tries to keep things like normal, right? Or she'll kind of point out how ridiculous things, like certain situations will be. I kind of like that about her. Next up we got Nozomi. Nozomi. To be honest, I don't really have any strong feelings on her. I don't know. Right now, she's just like really bland. She might end up being interesting plot-wise, but we're like barely at that point. All we know is she's somehow tied to Karawa, right? And we don't even technically know that. We just know that she's so close that there's no way she's not, right? But right now, I don't have very strong feelings on her as a character, and frankly, I'd probably put Karawa in the same spot. Like, yeah, she's the kind of cute, like, girl that you've known your whole life archetype, right? Karawa specifically. But that alone doesn't really, I don't know how much that alone makes the character for me. Because basically Karawa's whole character is that she crushes on Takumi and wants to explore the outside world, which I actually do think is kind of interesting. Like, I maybe like Karawa a little more. But Nozomi, I don't know. So far, she hasn't shown much signs of anything. I really think her position will change just right now. I don't know that there's much room to change it. Next up, we got Ato, and I actually really like Ato. I think he's a quick A tier. I don't think I can put him in the S tier, but not that I have these tiers ranked, but I definitely think I'd put him above Hiriko. I like Ato. His corniness is kind of like endearing, to a degree, right? His like, yes, as a group, we can do this with the power of friendship, right? Like, and he literally is saying that, right? Like, that's not even an exaggeration. Literally, he is saying that. I think it's pretty funny, actually. Especially because everyone else takes it like, everyone else is like, bro, you are a cornball. And he's like, and he continues unironically saying stuff like that. But also I like his inquisitive side, and despite him being like, oh, I'm so socially inept, like, I'm sorry, I just don't understand things, right? He's picked up on a lot of small cues, right? He's the one who like kind of called out Hiriko, right? Like, you're hiding something from us. You clearly know more than you're letting on, right? And I kind of like that about him. Like, he's inquisitive, he notices small things. I think he's going to be a major character plot-wise going forward. He kind of reminds me of the he kind of feels like the Kyoko, or maybe Chiaki, or like Shuichi of this game, where he's kind of that like sidekick, who is like, I mean, he's a deuteragonist, right? Is the best way to put it, right? Very simple. He is gonna be like, a lot of the times when he'll be the one who shows up for plot events, right? And we'll see if that's true going forward. There's a lot of characters, right? Like, once their arcs are done, I don't expect them to show up for much plot-wise, like major plot-wise, right? Like Tsubasa, Kako, you know, Yugamu, Ima, Gaku, like, or no one else. Besides, basically, Nozomi, Takumi, Ato, and then Hiriko are the ones for major plot developments. I like fully expect, like, that's the one-on-one meeting I expect. And so that tends to, like, characters who get that kind of development, I tend to appreciate them more. Next up is Gaku, though. How do I feel about Gaku? At times I feel like he's been close to here, but I feel like recently he's maybe closer to here, so maybe we balance it out and throw him in neutral. Now that he's not as conceited, he's kind of funny at times, and I can kind of appreciate that about him. So, like, maybe for now I'll just throw him up here, because this is how I felt about him recently. I kind of like him. I mean, he's just kind of funny, right? It's that simple. There's not much more to him recently. He's kind of selfishness and conceitedness, and like, he can be funny about it, but at times he's also, like I said about Tsubasa, he'll be the one who points out how ridiculous something is, and I appreciate that about him. And he's, like I said, it's kind of funny. Next up, we got Darumi. I'll be honest, I cannot say I care for Darumi. I actually started off kind of liking Darumi, but she kind of got old, right? And it's the same with Yugamu, right? Except he's arguably taken more of her time. The whole, like, torture and death and gore shtick is not really my thing to begin with, and that's like their whole characters. Like, I want to murder someone, or like, let's start a killing game, right? Like, every time, right? Like, anytime they have to contribute anything, that's what it feels like it is. But Darumi at least will maybe make like game references every now and then, which is something, I suppose, right? So I think I like Yugamu a little less than Darumi, but not really huge on either of them. Next up, we got Kyoshika. And honestly, this might be insane. I'm throwing her up into the A tier. She's consistently a very funny character to me. Like, of the cast so far, I think she is the one I find the funniest. She's also a bit of a cornball. She's very ignorant of a lot of concepts that even characters in this world would understand, like math. And she's very embarrassed about that fact, but she tries to hide it. She has a weird relationship with her sword, which is kind of funny. Just her whole sword thing in general is kind of funny. She's like a kind of a parody character. She is kind of a gag character, and I I think she's funny, right? It's that simple, right? Maybe she'll get an arc where we get some more serious writing for her, and if we get like a serious backstory or serious growth for her as a character within the game, I could see her moving up to here. But for now, she's definitely at the A tier. I might throw her above Hiriko as well. I like Hiriko. She just has not been here in so long that it's hard to put a ton of characters really above her at this point, like other A tier characters, you know? Next up, we got Karara. All right, so a few episodes back, I mean, we were straight up like talking down here, like before the fight, the duel, like with Shoma. We were straight up talking down here. Now though, we might be up to like here. She's another one that's just pretty funny, right? She like her arc was really annoying, and honestly, I don't expect that she's going to get another arc. Well, okay, this game supposedly has 100 endings, and so I assume she'll actually have another arc at some point, right? That focuses a lot on her. But I meant in the very first route. The very first route, I assume she doesn't get another full arc. I think I can maybe put her up here. She's kind of funny at times, and that's more or less it. To me, she reminds me a lot. She's just one of that like I guess boisterous types of characters, and they can be pretty funny. Reminds me kind of like Constance von Nouvelle from Fire Emblem Three Houses, and I like her a lot. But last but not least, we have Shoma. I will be honest though, I don't particularly care for Shoma. I don't know, D tier's maybe a little evil. Evil's a strong way to put it. Maybe a little high, or a little low is what I meant, excuse me. Maybe it's a little too low for Shoma. I don't know, like he could definitely be like top of D tier or within C tier. I could see either of those right now. He's kind of fine, he has his moments, but most of the time, pretty much every time he talks, he's like, God, I'm so depressed. I'm human scum. Me and my worthless disease are going to contaminate everything. Please stay away from me. No, I will not touch anything. Right? And it's like every single time, right? And most of the characters that I don't like, if you look at this list, are characters who are very strongly related to their gimmick. And it happens to be a gimmick that I don't like, right? Because you got characters like Kyoshika, who is very, very strongly tied to her kind of gimmick. Karara, I'd say, is mostly tied to her gimmick. Kind of maybe like Tsubasa and Gaku to an extent. I feel like they're a little freed of them, so maybe not. Takamaru is, but I also don't have a problem with his gimmick at all. I think he's an interesting character. If you look at the, like I said, if you look at the characters I don't like, it's the ones who are strongly tied to their gimmicks, don't have much else going on for them, and I don't like their gimmicks. Besides Ima, he also has an arc that I'm like, wow, you're terrible. Like I said, Ima maybe is a chance to go up. I don't know. Shoma, I don't think is going to go up much. He kind of had his arc. And I liked him in that moment, but he still has no self-confidence, and he's still always like, you know, a little Debbie Downer every time he pops in with a line. It's kind of annoying, frankly. I definitely think there are still like plenty of room for growth and for some of these characters to go up. And I don't know, looking at this, I have a lot of characters above neutral, and so I don't think my impressions are like negative. Maybe they're not overwhelmingly positive, but like overall I like the cast, and I could see myself liking them more as time goes on. I just thought it'd be interesting to kind of do a tier list and maybe be able to modify it a little bit, check in on it here in the future, right? See if new developments kind of move my ranking of a character. So maybe we'll revise this a little more often whenever I feel there's a real change to be made. So I guess I hope you guys found that interesting. But if not, this portion of the video is now done, and that will conclude the video as a whole. I kind of already summarized the whole episode. I thought this was a pretty good one. Like I said, I had some problems with Takumi within the arc, but I don't think this arc itself was bad or poorly written. I just didn't like Takumi in it. which isn't always a bad thing. Your protagonist does not have to be a perfect person that you always agree with, in my opinion. So I don't, like I said, I don't even think that's a problem. It just lowered my opinion on Takumi. I slightly liked it before this, honestly. But that is going to be all I have time for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Next episode's going to be episode 10, double digits coming up. Not 100% sure when that's going to come out. As always, like, I don't try to put a date to things because I won't follow it. I try my best, but I don't at all. Hence the fact that there's been no Higurashi during the last Defense Academy's recording, despite me saying there would be. Whoops, I'm a liar. But I hope, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know I did a lot. I'm really looking forward to where we go from here. I think there's definitely still a lot to explore. The apparition, the moon, the imprisoned invader, and Moko, right? And potentially Hiriko. That's a lot of potential arcs that we can still deal with. Or mysteries, right? And like a lot of those, right? And we've also still got things like potentially like how's Ima and Kako's relationship going to work moving forward, right? Are they going to be more cooperative? Is Ima going to go back to his old ways? Was this kind of a front? I don't know, right? Maybe I'm a little doubtful of him, but I think that's well earned, right? I think that is well earned on Ima's part, that doubt. Anyways, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I don't know when the next one's going to be out, but whenever it comes out, I hope to see you guys there. Peace.